Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Rush on Metro Television. We are live on DSTV channel 277, live on Facebook and YouTube is Metro TV Ghana. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Metro TV_GH. This morning we are talking about Zipline, and I have the country's operations lead, Samuel Ekufu, here to tell us about Zipline. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, before we start the conversation, did you enjoy the World Cup?
Yeah, I did. My favorite team did not really progress.
Which was your favorite team?
Ghana, of course.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm hopeful that
next time
we'll put things together,
and
go with a better coach, and then we'll be able to do something next year.
Better coach, do something
but
next
4 years.
4 years, yes.
But I'm happy that Argentina also won.
You're also in the camp of Lionel Messi.
I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, but I love the fact that Messi is retiring on a good note.
That's very good. Yeah. But then this morning you're talking about Zipline. Tell us about what Zipline is and how long you guys have been in operation.
So Zipline is the world's leading aerial logistics company. By aerial logistics, we mean drone delivery, which is something that most people know as drones, right? And our main mission is to deliver instantly to everyone around the world, making sure that they have instant access to medical products. And we've been in Ghana. We started from Rwanda, but we've been in Ghana since 2019. So we were launched in 2019 to be able to serve health facilities, particularly in the rural communities, with instant access to medicines and be able to increase healthcare access by making sure that we are complementing the current distribution of medical products, serve health facilities that are in hard-to-reach areas, and be able to generally help improve the service delivery in Ghana. So we started operations in 2019 with one distribution center in Omenako in Suhum. I don't know if you've been there yet. Yes, you're laughing. But that was our first, and we've gone ahead to add 5 more. So we currently have 6 distribution centers
in Ghana.
In Ghana. So the second one is in the Ashanti region around the Mampong area. The third is in Wale Wale. The fourth is in the Western North region, Sefriyo also. The fifth covers the Volta region, which is in Enum. And then the sixth is in the Oti region, which covers the Upper Volta portion. So in total, we are covering about 65 to 70% of the population in Ghana.
Wow.
And we are serving about 2,500 health facilities in Ghana.
That's good.
The beautiful thing of what we've done so far is that people may not hear of us a lot, but the numbers are quite staggering. We've done about 280,000 deliveries since we started operations in Ghana. And I must say that every week in Ghana, we have 3,000 deliveries happening every week in Ghana now.
Across the region? Across
the regions.
Wow.
Yes, and so far, we've been able to support the health system in so many ways, including delivery of medical products, vaccines, blood. For medical products, we've delivered over 1 million units of medical products. For blood, we delivered close to 10,000 units of blood bags. We've also delivered about 6 million doses of routine vaccines.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good work too.
Not to forget COVID-19. When COVID-19 came into the picture as well, we were also ready to support with the government with logistics.
Yeah.
So we were able to deliver, so far we've delivered up to about 2 million doses of COVID vaccines to communities that are in very hard to reach communities. So this is what we've been doing so far. I think it's been quite impactful.
Yeah. It's been quite impactful, and the interventions you have made is very good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the technology works. Operating across the 16 regions, because I can see you are stationed at vantage points in the regions. So tell us how the technology operates.
Yeah, so I'm sure when people hear drones, the first thing that comes into their mind is the 4-legged thing that people use for taking pictures at events. But our drone is not like that. Our drone is a winged aircraft, so it looks just like your aeroplane, just like a smaller version of it. And it's in a modular, design, so you can be able to remove the wing, remove the body, the parts, and fix it at any point in time. So you can use any wing for anybody, anybody for any battery. But it's run by a battery, so there's no need for fuel or anything. It's run by a battery. And you can carry a load of up to about 3 kilograms, which is enough to be able to carry about 50 vials of vaccines to serve a clinic over a period of time. And the drone flies to up to about 160 kilometers, and so 80 kilometers in, 80 kilometers out. If you want to get a picture of what 80 kilometers is, you know where Suhum is?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yes,
So from
manage.
So from Suhum all the way into Accra.
That's like 8 hours or 6 hours.
Suhum is
no, you are using a plane. I'm using
road.
Oh,
Suhum is actually just an hour.
An hour?
Yeah. By drive. Suhum is just in the eastern region.
Suhum. Oh, okay. I was talking about Sunyane.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
pardon me.
Suhum.
So Suhum is just in the eastern
Yes,
region. Yes. Okay.
So looking at where Suhum is all the way to Accra, that could be about 80 kilometers.
Okay.
So the drones don't land or do anything. They get to the location, they come down a bit, then it opens its belly, drops the package, which falls down with a parachute. It hits the ground gently, and then it turns around and then comes back to base.
This happens in Ghana?
Yes, 3,000 times in a week.
Why haven't I seen some before?
You're missing out.
So how long is the plane? Like this?
Oh, so it's about, let's say about 2 meters wide.
Okay,
And
okay.
It's not too big.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it would be nice if you come to our site to see.
Yes, and how many healthcare
commodities can
go into
So you have one box,
okay,
which can take up to about 3 kilograms of weight. So it works with weight.
Yeah.
So for instance, you are dealing with the vaccines, it can take up to about 50 vials, or even more for some vaccines, which can serve a clinic for about 3 to 4 days of patients within a small community.
Okay.
It can take about 2 blood bags. And then for medical products, depending on the size of the medical product, it will fit. But the weight that it can carry is about 3 kg.
Okay.
And so what we do is that we work in tandem with
like what's happening on the screen right now.
Exactly. So
that viewers will actually see how it works.
Exactly.
So what is the lady doing?
So she's preparing the package,
okay,
and then she's putting it in the box. So the red box is the zipline box that the package will go in.
Okay.
And then she's handing it off to the flight operator.
Okay.
So the flight operator, his job would be to pick it and then insert it into the belly of the drone.
Wow.
Right. So he's on his way to do that now. So that's how the drones look like.
Oh, flat planes.
Yes. So he will insert it. The paper that he put in there was the parachute, a paper parachute.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
so that when it drops, it
will,
comes with a parachute.
Exactly.
Wow.
So he closes it up and then he lifts the body, and then he will then put it on what we call the launcher. So you know, a regular aeroplane will have tires, and they will use the runway.
True.
But we don't use a runway, so we just lift it into the air using the launcher.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the wing, and so they'll fix the wing to it, and then they'll do a launch.
Apart from the healthcare industry, have you expanded to various industries where you provide services?
Yes, so currently our work has mainly been focused around medical products and the healthcare industry, but we do acknowledge the fact that the technology has ability to do other things.
Yeah.
And so other areas that we have started working or we are trying to get into is the animal health space. The same way human vaccines are delivered to humans, animal vaccines is also very important.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at the concept of One Health, if animals are healthy, humans are also because that is the food that we eat. And so animal health is something that we are getting into to be able to deliver animal vaccines as well. At the same time, we're also looking at artificial insemination. That's something that our colleagues in Rwanda have been successful in doing.
Okay.
Where the semen is very, like the pig semen or maybe the cow semen, logistics of it is very difficult because it has to be stored in a cold box, the temperature and all that. And farmers who have pig farms are not able to really do the insemination the right way because of the logistic challenges that they have. Probably if they go pick up the motorbike or a car, by the time it gets to the location, it's spoiled. The viability is gone down and all that. So we've been successful at doing that in Rwanda, delivering delivering pig semen for artificial insemination. And that's something that we're also exploring in Ghana pretty soon. And then also e-commerce. That's something that we're also thinking about because very soon you should be able to order for something and it gets to your home.
Yes.
And we're also thinking about home delivery as well, which in the next few years we are considering, at least for patients who are probably bedridden, who are unable to go to the hospital, maybe patients who have very terminal illnesses. We can be able to deliver medications to their home, and then they would be okay. So these are some of the things that we are planning to go into, in addition to what we are doing now in health.
Samuel, let's talk about the challenges, because you're working in healthcare, you're working with technology, you are supposed to get sufficient batteries and everything. How has it been?
I think so far it's been great. If you look at the way we operate, our operations is such that it's very hinged on a lot of stakeholders. Because you are working with health stakeholders, you are working with Civil Aviation Authority, you are working with the FDA, you are working with regulators. There's a lot of stakeholders. But I must say that they've been very, very supportive since we came to Ghana. The government of Ghana has been very open to work with us on a lot of things. We've worked together in a lot of innovative ideas, and we are very grateful for that support. The main challenge that we had at the beginning, it wasn't even associated with the technology, because the technology is working, and we have our own values of continuous improvement is allowing us to be able to improve on it daily. And so the drones that we have now probably are not the ones that we started with. We've made some improvements. But the main challenge was getting people to understand, and then the resistance in trying to integrate this service within our healthcare supply chain was difficult, because people naturally have a resistance to change. People don't know what it is.
If they don't understand.
Exactly. It still seems like it's not really possible. I mentioned 3,000 deliveries and you're like, in Ghana here. So we got a lot of resistance. That was the main challenge. But with time, people have embraced the technology, and people in the communities have really accepted us. And so we also do a lot of work within the communities to make sure that we are integrated well, because if my grandma sees a drone passing over her head, then she'll be like, what is this? And she could get a bit flustered. But we try as much as possible to engage the communities in which we are serving, so that they know exactly what we are doing, the real benefit that is bringing to them. In
terms of employment, employment is a big problem in this country. How has Zipline incorporated the youth to come on board? How are they, just as you are empowering the people in the community, how are you empowering the youth also in this country?
Yes, so we are doing I'm a Ghanaian. And first of all, our operations is such that for whichever country we are in, it's fully run by the country within which we are operating. So in Ghana, it's a fully run Ghanaian operation. From our general manager all the way to the operations leads to the operations teams. Everyone is Ghanaian, right? And from different backgrounds. And so we usually hire for diversity to make sure that we hire people from healthcare, engineering, and all that. And so when it comes to employment, I'd say that the 120 plus employees that we have in Ghana are all Ghanaians. All Ghanaians, and the average age that we have on our team is around 27. And the majority of the people on the team are below 30 years. So that should tell you that the youth, you have a very youthful team. Members, and then we are working together. In addition to improving the workforce, we also have instituted a graduate training program, which we started this year by recruiting 20 people to do through National Service Scheme. So what this is supposed to do, the overarching vision is that we want to be able to train people who haven't gotten any technical experience. They are right from school, fresh from school, to be able to give them some career development, and be able to give them the exposure for, with drone deliveries and aerial logistics in general. And I think so far the experience has been great. We had about 20 people. They went through training, and so far they are doing good. We've also have a very strong partnership with the National Science and Math Quiz, because it's a technology thing that we are doing, science and tech. So for 2 years running, we've had the team that's coming from a remote area that did the best, that performed the best, spend some time at our distribution center learning about our operations and the technology in general. So these are some of the investments that we are making. But I'd say that on our teams is fully Ghanaian, Ghanaian youth who are fully employed, and we are going to continue with that.
You are doing such an amazing, but then what you are doing is an amazing work. 4 minutes for us to wrap up. What are you doing for people to know more about Zipline? Because what you are doing is amazing. I'm hearing it for the first time, but you have been here since 2019, and you are doing amazing things, hoping to go into other industries. What are you doing more in terms of awareness to get people to hear about Zipline?
So in terms of awareness, I think we've started doing a lot. We have our social media channels. We have a PR team. And I'm here today. Yeah. So it's also part of...
It's the beginning of greater things.
A beginning of greater things.
Yeah.
We've done a lot, but I think it's mostly targeted. But in the next coming years, I'm sure you're going to see a lot more of us. Yeah. But our distribution center is also very open and everyone else is welcome to visit. You are welcome. Yeah. I expect to see you there.
I expect to be there.
Yeah. And when people, usually we've realized that when people visit the distribution center, they then get a different understanding, different mindset, perception about it. Exactly. Because now they see it physically.
When can I come?
Oh, today.
Today I can't come, but within a week we'll fix a date.
Please fix a date and come. And you would appreciate it a bit more. It will make more sense to you. People in these parts, Accra, sometimes find it difficult appreciating it. There are a lot of health facilities that are on islands, right, on mountainous areas. Yeah. There are certain areas in Ghana that on a regular day, it's a dry land. But in the rainy season, it's taken over by water. Yeah. And all these people need to get medical products. True. There's been times where I visited our front plains, and then you have a health worker who has to be on the boat about 12 times just so he can get vaccines across from one point to the other. Yeah. That shouldn't be a problem.
If we have Zipline, why should?
Yes, and so we've been helping support these communities. So we will do more in the media area, but definitely it's something that we've been doing, but we'll be pushing more. Yeah.
Someone, any final message, acknowledgements that you like to give before we just go?
Yes, so I'd like to just thank the government of Ghana, the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service for being very supportive, and all our other stakeholders, GCAA and all the other regulators that we work with for supporting our operations. And I'd also like to thank our teams who are working every day to make sure that we are delivering providing instant access of medical products to the most hardest to reach communities. So wherever they are, I'm giving them props. And I think that'll be it.
Okay, so we had Samuel Ikufu, who is the country operations lead for Zipline, who are into aerial logistics for healthcare delivery, and they have been amazing throughout, like, since 2019, and will continue working, moving into diverse industries. Thank you very much for having us today.